one down the field, and it is caught. Get it outside the Nelson. She hits the three and knocks it down.
Welcome to this presentation of high school athletics on the Northeast Sports Network.
We'll leave the sports to you. Leave the healthcare to us.
And welcome everybody to Colebrook, New Hampshire, here at the Colebrook Baseball, Softball, Soccer complexes here in downtown Colebrook, New Hampshire. The opening game here in the 2017-2018 academic year campaign here on the Northeast Sports Network for our Northern New Hampshire athletic coverage, featuring the visitors from White Mountains Regional High School and the hosts from Colebrook Academy. This is girls soccer this afternoon on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network. I'm Kevin Trask alongside with me this afternoon. As always, welcome back, Butch Ladd. Producing today's contest is Ben Sackett, and on the cameras for today's contest is Chris Ash, as well as Philip Rondo. As I said, Butch, we've got an interdivisional matchup here between White Mountains Regional High School and Colebrook Academy. White Mountains in the Division III ranks, Colebrook Academy in the Division IV ranks. We're looking for a good one here. Usually every single time that these two teams match up in girls soccer or girls softball or girls basketball, it turns out to be a good matchup. So we had this one highlighted on our schedule here to kick things off for this 2017-2018 campaign.
Oh, we do, Kevin. And one of the things this year, if there was ever, believe it or not, even this early in the season, big game for the Mohawks. Division IV, there's a lot of teams. There's going to be a lot more 50-50 games this year. You know, the Mohawks get done today, and then they face Newmarket here at home, you know, one of the Final Four teams last year, so there's no letdown for them. And the regional, obviously, they want to come here and take care of business. So, absolutely, Kevin, I expect a good one as well.
Yeah, looking forward to kicking things off here on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network. We've got some exciting news for you folks in regards to that partnership with the Indian Stream Health Center, which we will obviously let everybody know about here over the course of the next few minutes throughout the course of this Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill pregame show. Once again, today's pregame show is being brought to you by the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill. Lots of good things going on up there, Butch. Obviously, as you and I know, we're frequent visitors to owner Dave Santa Maria and everybody at the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill. Lots of great food, a great atmosphere. They've actually got the game going on right now at that establishment. So anytime you get a chance, go on up to the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill. Enjoy some of the games that they have going on all of their big screens, as well as all the great food selections and any entertainment that they might happen to have going on up there. So certainly very, very happy to present today's pregame show is the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill. Once again, today's game being brought to you by the Indian Stream Health Center, our title sponsor for this afternoon's Northern New Hampshire athletic coverage. Today's game, as I just mentioned, brought to you by our pregame sponsor, as well as our newly developed player of the game sponsor, which we will explain more towards the end of the broadcast, the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill. Today's game is also being brought to you by our replay sponsor, the C.M. Brown Company, Big Apple Stores and Heating Oil Divisions, by our NSN app sponsors, LaValle Building Supply and Anderson Windows, and by all of our play-by-play sponsors, Littleton Chevrolet Buick, Crosstown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the Child Advocacy Center of Coos County, White Mountains Community College, W.W. Berry Transportation, the Colebrook Academy Booster Club, Edwards Electric, Golden Locks, Mountain View Dental, the White Mountains Regional High School Booster Club, Landvest in West Stewartstown, Talmadge Plumbing and Heating, VR Concrete, the News and Sentinel, the Northwoods Weekly, and our very own NSN DVD store. On that note, Butch and I are going to take a break and hear some words from some of those community-minded sponsors, and when we return, we're going to have more of the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill pregame show, including the keys to the game for both squads here on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network.
The Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill in Canaan, Vermont is a proud supporter of all area athletics. Open 7 days a week. Whether you want to come and enjoy a nice quiet meal or come and watch all of your favorite sporting events on their brand new flat screen HD TVs, the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill is your place to be. It's also a great place for weddings and banquets. The Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill, 802-266-3988. Founded in 2009, the Child Advocacy Center of Coos County is a member of the Granite State Children's Alliance, New Hampshire's state chapter of the National Children's Alliance, and is supported by caring people across New Hampshire's North Country. By bringing together law enforcement, county attorneys, state protective services, victims advocates, and health professionals, CAC provides safe, child-friendly locations to help aid the children through their recovery. If you have any questions about child abuse prevention in Coos County, visit www.cac-nh.org/Coos.
WMCC is a great place to be.
Everyone here makes learning fun. It's such a friendly environment.
In high school, I was the type of person to keep to myself. Here at WMCC, I spent a lot of my time getting involved in everything that they have to offer.
Life is a learning experience, and what better place to learn than here?
My education at WMCC was affordable, credible, and incredible. I couldn't think of another place that I'd want to be.
I've found myself here, and so can you.
The Colebrook Academy Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Colebrook Academy athletics. We're proud to support our student athletes that not only make us proud on the court or on the field, but also in the classroom. They represent themselves, their families, and the communities very well, exemplifying all that's best about Colebrook schools. We here at the Colebrook Academy Booster Club wish all of our Colebrook Academy athletic teams the best of luck.
Big Apple is the best place in northern New England to gas up and score wicked good deals on coffee, snacks, energy drinks, and more. Did you know you can purchase a CN Brown gift card at your local Big Apple as well? This makes a wicked good gift during the holidays, birthdays, the list goes on and on. Stop by your Big Apple and find a deal today.
When you work for a living and need a truck, there's nothing worse than having your truck down for repairs. At Littleton Chevrolet, we make it easy for business owners who need their truck. We have a special program called Business Elite that supplies you with work-ready loaners when your truck is down. It doesn't matter if you're a self-employed contractor or you own a fleet of commercial vehicles. Littleton Chevrolet will be there for you with our Business Elite program. And right now we have special pricing on all types of trucks. We stock a large inventory of dump trucks, service trucks, delivery vans, box vans, plow trucks, and utility vehicles. And we have all the accessories too, like plows, sanders, racks, bed liners, and much, much more. We're your one-stop commercial truck shop. Let us help you outfit your next truck. We'll stand behind you when your truck is down, and we'll include 3 years of scheduled maintenance at no charge. No matter what you need for a truck, check us out first, because Littleton Chevrolet will give you the best price, period.
Everything you need to stay informed about community events, town and school governments, the local business scene, student activities, and high school sports can be found in the pages of the News and Sentinel, the North Country's trusted hometown paper since 1870. Their dedicated staff provides the area with comprehensive news coverage and door-to-door advertising service, giving their all to produce a great paper week in and week out. To start a subscription or promote your business, stop by their office at 6th Bridge Street in downtown Colebrook, New Hampshire. Give them a call at 603-237-5501 or visit them online, colebrooknewsandsentinel.com.
Mountain View Dental, located in Whitefield, New Hampshire, has been serving local communities for over 40 years. Our commitment to excellence and value keeps our patients coming back year after year. Doctors Brewster and Weber, our orthodontist Dr. LaRue, and our dedicated staff want to show our continued support of local high school athletics. Mountain View Dental, our family caring for yours.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Northland Restaurant Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill pregame show here on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network. Once again, we've got New Hampshire girls high school soccer featuring the visitors and Division III, White Mountains Regional High School, and the hosts, and Division IV, the Colebrook Academy. I'm Kevin Trask. Alongside with me, as I just mentioned earlier in the pregame show, is Butch Ladd, Ben Sackett producing, Chris Ash, and Philip Rondo on the cameras here for the NSN crew this afternoon. We were able to get through some rain here in the early stages of this day, and the rain seems, as of now, Butch, to be holding off. We hope that it does, and the field held up somewhat pretty well for this game to be able to be put in. So we're hoping that the weather cooperates here for these girls this afternoon. It's time now for the Keys to the Game segment of our pregame show here, once again being brought to you by the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern, Sports Bar and Grill. First, for the visitors from White Mountains, their Keys to the Game goes as follows. Taking a look at White Mountains this afternoon, number one, Butch, they want to control the middle of the park. And obviously what they mean by that, they want to control the midfield. They need to be able to win balls in the midfield, that type of deal, and they want to be able to control the park both defensively and offensively. Number two, they want to continue, they want to pass, move, and create angles offensively. They want to continue to be able to do that here, as they've been able to do in the early going this year, to be their attack offensively, to make their attack offensively to be successful. And last and certainly not least, control the tempo from the start. Starting the game at the right pace is key to these girls, Butch, and they need to be able to start it off the right way and continue controlling that tempo throughout the course of this game here this afternoon. Taking a look at the Mohawks this afternoon, their keys to the game goes as follows. That's the starters, but now we'll look at the keys to the game. Number one, for Coach Parker, their backs and mids need to win the 50-50 balls in the defensive third. They really need to be able to control that here this afternoon, there, Butch. Number two, they want to limit White Mountains' quality opportunities inside the 18. White Mountains has some potent scorers up there at the front, Butch. Obviously, Caitlin Nelson leading the pack up front. They need to be able to keep an eye on her and limit those quality scoring opportunities for White Mountains. And number three, they want their first touches. They need to concentrate on their first touches and passing as a team. They need to focus on that all throughout the game. Possess the ball and be able to control those first touches and the passing as a team. So those are the keys to the game for both squads here this afternoon. Once again, today's replays are going to be brought to you by the C.M. Brown Company, providing the best heating oil services throughout New England for over 69 years. Our 76 Big Apple stores and 26 heating oil offices throughout Maine and New Hampshire proudly supports the coverage of Northern New Hampshire athletics on NSN. On that note, Butch and I are going to take another break and hear some more words from some of our community-minded sponsors. And when we return, we're going to have more of the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill pregame show, including the starting lineups for both squads, right here on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network.
Golden Locks on Main Street in Colebrook is a proud supporter of all Colebrook Academy athletics. As a full-service hair salon, Sally Belknap Byron and Sylvie Smith provide you with all your hair care, while Sue Inkel provides you with all the nail and skin care you need. Throw in a tanning session and Golden Locks completes your top-of-the-notch beauty salon experience. Open Tuesday through Friday 8 to 6, Saturday 7 till noon. Golden Locks, 603-237-8033. Edwards' Electric in Colebrook, New Hampshire is your local Northern New Hampshire residential electric contractor. With over 40 years of experience, owner Burke Edwards and his crew provide their customers with the best electrical work in the North Country and never leave a site without a job mastered. Give Edwards' Electric in Colebrook, New Hampshire a call at 603-237-4956. From everyone at Edwards' Electric, best of luck to all the Colebrook Academy athletic teams.
We'll leave the sports to you. Leave the healthcare to us.
Grandpa, now that I'm out of school, I was wondering if you could help me buy a car.
Sure we can, honey. We'll just go to one of those Autosaver Group dealerships. They cater to first-time buyers like you.
How about a down payment?
Don't need one. Autosaver Group can arrange for no payments for the first 2 months.
How about maintenance?
They got that covered. And free state inspections for life.
Autosaver Group. We make buying a car easy. The first time, every time.
Thanks, Grandpa, for helping.
That's what I'm here for.
Since 1972, W.W. Berry has been providing dependable bus and shuttle services for the people of northern New Hampshire and Vermont. Located on Route 3 in Lancaster, New Hampshire, the dependable people at W.W. Berry are happy to service any of your transportation needs. With 65 buses in their fleet, they can provide bus services and shuttling for athletics, organization trips, and many other events. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Give W.W. Berry a call at 603-636-6100. At C.N. Brown, we care about our customers, and we care about keeping them warm. We know how long and cold winters can be in northern New England, so we allow 30 days to pay and offer discounts to senior citizens, as well as welcoming LIHEAP customers. We offer propane service in Colebrook, Lancaster, and Berlin, as well as wood pellet service in Colebrook and Lancaster. And we encourage auto delivery. Visit our website, cnbrown.com, to find the location that services you. Start enjoying savings and service from the people who care about keeping you warm.
Since 1968, LandVest's licensed professional foresters have been providing local land management and forestry services. Are you thinking of having your woodlot harvested? Our foresters can assist and guide you through the entire process and work with qualified logging contractors to achieve your goals. LandVest understands that the needs of each client are as unique as the property they own. Whether your property is large or small, we're here to answer your land management questions. Call the local LandVest office in West Stewartstown to discuss your property needs today at 603-246-8800. That's LandVest, 603-246-8800.
To find your community news from all around your area, check out the Northwoods Weekly, arriving every Friday in every mailbox from Whitefield north to Pittsburgh and from Errol west to Island Pond. The free Northwoods Weekly can also be found on newsstands in Littleton, Berlin, and Gorham, and online at northwoodsweekly.com. Schools, clubs, and community groups are always welcome to submit news articles and photos to promote their events and activities. Businesses can market their products and services in 15,000 papers by calling the Northwoods Weekly's friendly staff, ready to assist you at 603-237-5501.
VR Concrete has been a locally owned and operated business for over 20 years. Located in Columbia, New Hampshire, VR Concrete specializes in heavy, industrial, civil, and commercial concrete. Working throughout New England, the folks at VRC are able to provide the manpower and know-how to deliver your project in a timely manner. Contact them today at 603-237-5000 or visit their website at vrconcrete.com. VR Concrete is a proud sponsor of Colebrook Academy Sports. Founded in 2009, the Child Advocacy Center of Coos County is a member of the Granite State Children's Alliance, New Hampshire's state chapter of the National Children's Alliance, and is supported by caring people across New Hampshire's North Country. By bringing together law enforcement, county attorneys, state protective services, victims advocates, and health professionals, CAC provides safe, child-friendly locations to help aid the children through their recovery. If you have any questions about child abuse prevention in Coos County, visit www.cac-nh.org/Coos.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill pregame show here on the Indian Stream Health Center NSM Broadcast Network. Once again, White Mountains versus Colebrook. And girls soccer here, White Mountains in the Division III ranks, Colebrook in the Division IV ranks. We're going to jump into the starting lineups for both squads here this afternoon. First, for the visitors from White Mountains, in the net for White Mountains is Lydia Bolio. The backfield for White Mountains, number 5, J.C. Murray, number 7, Blaine LaChance, and number 29, Madeline Huntoon. In the midfield, a 5 midfield here for White Mountains this afternoon, number 9, Maya Bashian, number 11, Amaya Dodier, number 12, Maddie Bean, number 14, Katrina Bogus, and number 19, Nicole Gross. And up front here for White Mountains this afternoon, number 3, Lily Kennison, and number 6, Caitlin Nelson. Taking a look at the Mohawks and their starters here this afternoon. Their starters goes as follows. In the net and wearing number 50 here this afternoon is Kendra Learned. The backfield for the Mohawks this afternoon, number 2, Mackenzie Shearer, number 16, Carissa Roberts, number 21, Missy Collins, and number 23, Chandler Cooney. In the midfield for Colebrook, number 4, Taylor Saworski, number 7, Caitlin Gleason, and number 8, Michaela Fournier. And up front for Colebrook, number 5, Sage Smith, number 6, Kara Kuiper, and number 14, Adrian LaPearl. So those are the starters for both squads here this afternoon. Once again, today's game is being brought to you by the Indian Stream Health Center, our Northern New Hampshire title sponsor for this afternoon's game. The Indian Stream Health Center is proud to announce expanded hours and same-day appointments at its locations in Colebrook and Canaan. To learn more, please call 603-237-8336 or visit www.indianstream.org. Indian Stream Health Center, proud to provide access to low-cost, convenient health care. That's going to close up, Butch, the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill pregame show here this afternoon. Once again, thank you, Dave Santa Maria, and everybody from the Northland Restaurant and Timeout Tavern Sports Bar and Grill. They are our pregame sponsor for all of our Colebrook, Grofton, and Canaan Pittsburgh athletic coverage here for the 2017-2018 academic year. Lots of great stuff going on there. I go up there all the time. I recommend everything on the menu, Butch. All the entertainment that they have, the big screen TVs, great things going on up there, and obviously we'll explain their new player of the game sponsorship that they've jumped on board for here throughout the course of the broadcast as well. Once again, this telecast has been is copyrighted by NSN for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without NSN's consent is prohibited. Butch, pregame show done, and our 2017-2018 campaign is underway.
Kevin, I might as well not wait too long. Do you have a chance to try out the ice cream at the Northland Restaurant Timeout Tavern?
I have not yet.
Very good ice cream up there this summer.
I have not yet.
Hey, Kevin, a couple things about this game as we're going into it. Lexi Welch scores a lot of goals for the regional. She's out right now. She had an injury in one of the earlier games. And also today, Taylor Saworski, 2 points away from the 100-point mark. So we got some big stuff happening here this afternoon, potentially in Colebrook.
Yeah, it could be a big night individually for Taylor Saworski if she's able to make that happen. And in terms of the actual ball game here today, it's a big game for both squads. Obviously, coming into today's game, we are very, very short into this season right now. Taking a look at both teams here this year, Butch. Obviously, both teams doing very well. You've got some pointers on both teams here thus far, which you will allude to here in a couple of minutes as this kickoff gets underway. There is no clock, folks, so we will try to keep track of the time for you with the clock that is located behind us as much as we possibly can. So obviously, we will communicate with the officials as well, because we can't see the score clock as well. Do they have only a score clock for the boys' field?
Yeah.
Yes, for the boys' field. So there's no score clock at the girls' field here at the Colebrook Soccer, Softball, Baseball Complex here in Colebrook, New Hampshire. So we will work with both officials here this afternoon to make sure, watch out, this afternoon to make sure that everything is taken care of in terms of the time.
Having a little trouble finding the White Mountain info, Kevin. My phone won't allow me. But the Colebrook Mohawks, they started the season. They won their first game 3-2, scoring a goal in the last minute of play to beat the Woodsville Engineers in a very good game here. And then they traveled to Littleton last Thursday and won the game 1-0 on an Adrian LaPearl goal. So Mohawks are up, starting the season 2-0.
Yeah, 2 close games for Colebrook here, obviously, as well. That one's going to be put right into the back of the net by Kuiper, and the Mohawks get started immediately here with a goal just a couple of minutes into the broadcast as Kuiper comes across and rifles a shot to the lower right-hand side, and immediately Colebrook takes the 1-0 lead over the visitors from White Mountains. Nice job by Kara Kuiper there on the right side of the field for the Mohawks to be able to come across and make things happen. There was no report as to who actually got the assist on that, Butch, so we will try to get that later on. I didn't see the official report to the scoreboard, Butch, to report that. Did you? He must have yelled it from where he was standing, and
yeah.
we just didn't hear it. I believe it might have been 23 on that.
That would be Chandler Cooney.
As White Mountains will contain possession here and try to get things going, Colebrook will immediately get things right back and try to add on to that 1-0 lead here in the early going. Up front, Dodier tries to get it across to Nelson. It's going to be taken away by Michaela Fournier, and Fournier will boot it up to the field before it's quickly boot right back. Fans slowly starting to trickle in here in the early goings. Taylor Sawarski breaks loose. As Butch just mentioned, 2 points away from her 100th career point. Being a Colebrook alum, I probably should know how many girls have scored 100 points here at the Academy. As far as I know, I believe 3. But I'm not 100%. So Taylor Sawarski would obviously be the 4th to make that happen. The 3 off the top of my head, Butch, are Lindsay Lemire, as well as Josie Bruno, as well as Michaela Byron. If I'm right on that, can you correct me? You are the North Country statistician here, Butch. So I'll trust your word when I say that.
Yeah, I'm. For some reason, I was thinking maybe Kristen Call, too, but I'm not sure on that, but we'll have to find out.
It'll be the first corner kick of the afternoon here for Colebrook. Chandler Cooney will be taking it, and she will take a majority of them throughout the course of the year as well. So here's the first set piece for the Mohawks. That's lifted into the lane, into the 6-yard box, and easily picking it up is Lydia Bolio. And she'll be able to clear things out here for White Mountains and get things going offensively, or at least try to get things going. Maddie Bean finds Caitlin Nelson on the near side here, and Bean will try to get it up the near side, makes a nice cutback move inside, and she has a little bit of an opening. She puts the left foot on it. Missy Collins kicks it to the opposite side, almost deflected it into the foot of the front linesman Lily Kennison into the back of the net. But fortunately for Missy Collins, it was a little bit of a missed kick by Kennison at the same time, and the score remains 1-0. That was a dangerous play right there inside the 6-yard box.
And I got to tell you what, even though it was a miskick by the miskick by the regional, thank God for the Mohawks, Missy Collins was there because they had the goalie down and out on that cross, so it would have been just a tap-in for the goal. So
here comes the throw-in on the sideline from White Mountains. Dodier trying to get to it. She can't. Kuiper will come back and try to get things kicked off. Smith wasn't able to handle the pass. White Mountains is able to get it back up into their 18-yard box, but with no damage done. Dodier gets it back onto the foot of Bogus. Bogus tries to get it back over to Kennison, but can't before it's cleared out. Adrienne LaPearl on the far side now for the Mohawks. She'll carry it up the field and look for some trailers. Can't find anybody. Ooh, just gets by Kuiper. There's Gleason. Gleason's going to put on a shot from deep. And obviously it's actually not going to be considered a shot. Well right of the net. I'm pretty sure she was attempting to put on a shot.
A little bit.
Just a little far right. Before obviously Bolio was able to get over there and garner it in.
Mohawks with 9 seniors this year, Kevin. So this is one of those deals. Numbers are a concern at the younger levels. So for the Mohawks, you know, it's now or never, you know.
It's an important year. And last year, obviously, they did lose 100-goal scorer Michaela Byron, not only obviously in soccer, but obviously in every other sport. But they did return a majority of their squad. So the Mohawks made some noise last year, as we know, obviously getting to the state championship game down in Laconia before eventually falling to Sunapee, who took all 3 titles in every single sport last year. Here at the Division IV ranks. But the Mohawks obviously probably considered one of the favorites up here in the Division IV ranks in the early going. But I've gotten some teams making some noise against them early on, that in Woodsville and Littleton.
And as Coach Parker told me, a lot of the teams that might have been a little bit lower, you know, if you were ranking teams last year or rating them, a lot of those teams that were at maybe a lower level, they've all improved their games. So there's no give-me's this year.
Absolutely not. Sawarski with a nice move in the midfield. She gets by and will try to through pass up to Smith. Smith couldn't handle it. Well defended right there by Blaine LaChance. Before it's booted back into the zone, or attempted to be booted back into the zone. Kuiper's going to try to chase it down against Bolio. Bolio gets there just in time and was able to clear it out. Good read by Bolio from the get-go there, Butch, to come out of the box and clear that thing out.
Kuiper's extremely fast.
Gleason tramples through there, knocks down a couple bodies in the meantime before the foul is called, and White Mountains will retain possession.
And we got a player down for the regional.
And hopefully she is okay. And in the meantime, we will take a break and hear some words from our community-minded sponsors. And when we return, we'll have more action right here on the Indian Stream Health Center, NSN Broadcast Network.
Visit store.
And welcome back. What seemed to be something that was going to take 5 or 6 minutes to take care of took about 12 seconds. So we are back to live action here on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network. We're glad to see that Madeline Huntoon is okay. She went down and time was taken by the officials, and we had to have the coaches come off the bench to make sure that she was okay. What looked like it was going to be a big-time injury turned into something very small, and thank God for that.
Yeah, she walked off under her own power and
immediately,
didn't even appear to be limping, Kevin. So,
yeah,
hey, something that you would, I know you would like this. When I was reading the previews out of New Hampshire's biggest newspaper, the Union Leader, Colebrook, last year's finalist, and returning 9 starters, not even included in the previews to be in the hunt for anything this year. So, wow. I know you'd like that, you know, us. This being a northern school and the usual tension that northern teams get in the southern part of the state, Kevin.
Well, obviously this Colebrook team is it has a little bit of youth on it at the same time, Butch, as well as the returners that you mentioned. For a team to return half of their starters and not be mentioned is rather peculiar, I shall say. But hey, you know what? I like it better that way. You know what I mean? Honestly, I liked it better that way when I was in school, too. We would get no credit, but then once again, towards the end of the year, guess who was always there? So it actually adds fuel to the fire, which is good for these girls. And obviously these girls will respond in the right way. And hopefully for their sake they do. Not only Colebrook, but White Mountains. This White Mountains team has a lot returning as well, Butch.
Oh, they do.
Not only in this sport, but in every other sport as well. So looking forward to watching these two teams in all of the sports here throughout the course of this 2017-2018 campaign.
Well, looking out on the field right in front of us, and you mentioned one name already, Caitlin Nelson, but Amaya Dodier, you know, is another player we've seen in many, many playoff games.
Oh, absolutely.
So the regional, you know, they're going to be in it for the long haul, too.
That they will. And Caitlin Nelson is going to go over and I believe take the first set piece here for White Mountains of the afternoon. And if you're Kendra Leonard in net, you need to be ready for a shot on goal here from Caitlin Nelson, as she does have the foot to be able to put it in the back of the net from here. There's the shot, and there it is, right to Kendra Leonard. She bobbles it and comes on top of it just before Kennison or Dodier was able to get on top of it to put it in the back of the net. And a nice save by Kendra Leonard for the Mohawks.
And Kevin, about 17 minutes into the contest, that's the first shot on goal for the regional.
White Mountains slowly trying to get things going offensively. No, Colebrook really hasn't dominated the game on the offensive end. Yes, they have the 1-0 lead, but there's been a lot of action in the middle of the field here, Butch. Not a lot of action inside the 18s for either squad here in the early going.
But, you know, tremendous speed up front for both teams. So all it takes is one ball to get through, and someone's going to be off to the races.
Here goes Kuiper, speaking of off to the races. Her shot on net is going to be wide right. And White Mountains will have the goal kick, obviously, to get things going for themselves. Indian Stream Health Center wants you to stay connected. For the latest news and information about our practice, please visit our website at www.indianstream.org. Find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Indian Stream Health Center, or follow us on Twitter at Indian Stream, at Indian Stream Health Center. You're just a click away from the healthy news. Once again, the Indian Stream Health Center, our title sponsor for this afternoon's Northern New Hampshire athletic coverage. Nice through pass from Saworski to Kuiper. Kuiper's going to put a shot on, and it's deflected. Ooh, what a save. Did it get over the line? It does. And another goal for Kuiper and the Mohawks, and that was assisted, I believe, Butch, by Taylor Saworski on the through pass, and a nice through pass at that to number 6, Kara Kuiper, and the Mohawks take a 2-0 lead here in the early going on the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network. So great job right there by the Mohawk offense to get things going and tally their second goal here of the afternoon. And Butch, obviously you mentioned Taylor Saworski was 2 points away from that 100-point mark. There's 1 point to tally off to make it 99.
And we had just barely mentioned as well, you know, someone's going to sneak through on a through pass and go. And what was it, a minute later, Kuiper on that pass from Saworski, and here they go again. So
Saworski, as I said, at the 99-point mark. So we'll want to obviously pay attention to her here over the course of the next few minutes if the Mohawks are inside the 18 box for sure. There's a shot on goal by Saworski just over the net, and that was very, very close.
And I got to tell you what, that's probably not where Coach Welch of the Spartans wanted his back to kick that ball.
No, absolutely not. So a goal kick here for White Mountains as they're able to hold their breath a little bit as the Mohawks almost put 2 goals up in a matter of seconds. Nice move by Saworski in the middle. She puts a through pass over to Kuiper. It's going to end up being deflected. Will it be an own goal? How would that have been, Butch? How would that have been if that would have ended up going into the back of the net? Taylor Saworski would have had her 100th point on an own goal. Is that even possible? Because she was the last Mohawk to touch the ball, and it almost got deflected. It almost got kicked right back into the back of the net, and that would have been a weird way to score your 100th point, huh? I don't think that's ever happened before in the history of soccer anywhere. But you never know. You see something new every single day, that's for sure. Here's Nelson on the far side. Nelson will take it down that far side before Missy Collins is able to get there and well defend it and kick it out of bounds. So White Mountains will continue to have possession here.
You know, one of the players that that Coach Welch talked about, Katrina Bogus, has started off the year very, very well, doing a good job for him, as is Blaine LaChance.
Missy Collins will be on the far side taking the throw in here for Colebrook. She gets it inside, but there's Lily Kennison there to interrupt it before Saworski's able to clear it out. Quickly deflect it back in. A little bit of pinball here between the two squads. Maddie Bean finally settles things down here offensively for White Mountains. Well defended by Shearer in the middle. She's able to get it to Saworski. Saworski out to Fournier. Fournier tried the through pass up front. Wasn't able to get it there. Nicely done in the backfield for White Mountains. And J.C. Murray. She tried to get her front line up into the 18 box, but Kendra Learned was there in plenty of time. Learned will take a step out, get things booted to the midfield area. Nice clear over there by LaChance. He tried to find Dodier, just couldn't do it before Shearer was there to interrupt that through pass. Finally cleared out nicely in the backfield for White Mountains by Murray. Actually deflected out of bounds at the same time, so White Mountains will have a throw-in on the far side. Once again, you're watching the Indian Stream Health Center NSN Broadcast Network, New Hampshire girls soccer action, White Mountains and Colebrook. Opening day here for NSN and our 2017-2018 campaign. Butch, it's exciting to get back into things. That one's a nice through everybody to Kuiper. Kuiper's going to go back far post, and a nice save made by Bolio. A diving save to her left at that. And Bolio keeps this a 2-0 game for the moment. The Mohawks seem to be clicking here over the course of the last 10 minutes or so offensively, Butch, winning a lot of the balls in the midfield area and setting themselves up with some nice through passes, including that one right there to Kuiper.
Good reaction right there by Blaine LaChance of the Spartans. Spartans need to do a better job on Kuiper down in that end of the field.
Gleason will take the throw in here for the Mohawks. Taking a look at the time, Butch. What's the proximity of the time here thus far?
Looks like we played about 16.5 minutes, Kevin.
I thought you just said we were 17 minutes in.
That's what I thought I did. I read the clock wrong. Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's our first going here. We're trying to get things going, too. Here comes Sawerski. She's going to put a shot on goal to the opposite side, and LaPearl can't get the left foot on it. She was nearly there and was able to get a left foot on it. If she gets a foot on that, Butch, we might be talking 3-0 and point number 100 for Taylor Sawerski.
That was a nice cross right there. Just
Pearl almost got to it, and it was tough for her to get to that because White Mountains did a good job of holding her back and trying to draw her off sides during that play.
Remember the game up here last year and down there? The Spartans did a great job of that.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. We're going to have a substitution here for White Mountains. That's going to be Katie Bedell coming in for White Mountains. Looks like she'll go into the backfield and come in for Nicole Gross. Throwing on the far side from Bogus to get things going. In the middle of the field is Dodier. Her and Bogus will go back and forth, but Bogus unable to get the chip down. She chips it right out of bounds. And Colebrook will retain possession yet again. Very, very happy to supply you with all the replays tonight is CN Brown Company. Another year with the CN Brown Company this year. Today's replays are being brought to you by the CN Brown Company. Get the energy savings and value you deserve. Switch to the CN Brown Company. Support the company that supports your team. Visit us at cnbrown.com to learn more. Producer Ben Sackett will be racking up some replays for you here over the course of the next 60 minutes or so, including what might be some memorable replays for some individuals here out on the field for many years to come. Gleason steps in front of that pass. Nice job by Gleason. She tried to send Kuiper down to the right flag, but it goes out of bounds. The White Mountains will get the ball back. Gleason wins that ball in the midfield. Sawerski trying to chase it down. Nicely done, though, by the backfield from White Mountains. That obviously being number 5, J.C. Murray. She's done a good job in the backfield here for White Mountains this afternoon thus far.
Good job right there, Missy Collins, against Dodier, because if Dodier got by her, she had a straight shot to the goal.
Throw in for White Mountains on the far side. They'll find Dodier. Dodier mishandles it a little bit. Lawson's able to get that one out before it's deflected right back in. Gleason heads it out. There's Dodier again. Nice cutback move into the middle. Nice pass over to Nelson. Nelson's shot was actually interrupted by 2 Mohawk defenders. Good job back there for the Mohawks by Shearer and Gleason to be able to interrupt Nelson's attempted shot there, Butch.
She wasn't able to really get what she wanted on.
Nah, and it looked like at first that she was going to be able to. Here comes LaPearl. LaPearl unable to handle it, and it gets deflected out towards Kennison again by the White Mountains backfield. Collins puts it out of bounds, and White Mountains will retain possession.
3 substitutions for the Mohawks. Number 5, Sage Smith. Number 8, Michaela Fournier. Number 10, Samantha Howe into the game. Replacing number 12, Callie Lawson. Number 7, Caitlin Gleason getting a breather. And number 14, Adrian LaPearl.
Coach Parker utilizing a lot of her bench here in the early going for the Mohawks. Trying to keep girls fresh. Obviously, this game far from being over. This White Mountains team has a lot of athletes. Oh, watch out. Hit from behind by Fournier is Amaya Dodier, so White Mountains will have a free kick just inside the midfield line towards their 18-yard box. Taking it for them is Blaine LaChance. LaChance tries to lift it over Nelson's way. Shearer's able to get there and interrupt it. Her and Nelson battle for it, but a push is going to be called on Caitlin Nelson, and the Mohawks will have the ball back. Chandler Cooney with the kick. She takes a majority of the set pieces for the Mohawks, as I alluded to earlier. It's interrupted. Megan Nelson now will have a chance here for White Mountains. Tries the through pass to her sister, but it's kicked off by Chandler Cooney. Cooney tries to send Kuiper, well defended again. Cooney sticks with it, though. Nicely done on the White Mountains defense there in the last couple of possessions. They've done a fantastic job of interrupting some of those through passes that the Mohawks